Guys, and welcome to a new video on Sonal's Life. So the past few weeks I've been gallivanting around the UK. Basically I've gone to London twice for K-pop concerts. But I am back because we are coming up in a few days to one of the biggest tournaments of the New Japan calendar. And it is none other than the New Japan Cup. Now, as always, we have two brackets full of this year some fantastic wrestlers. Like, okay, there may not be much outside appearances from stars, but they have got the best of the best in New Japan. So obviously, I am here to have a look at all the participants, some of the matches that I am looking forward to the most, and obviously my predictions, which, because considering what's been happening, and obviously Jay White's not in New Japan anymore, you know, every tournament that he's in, I pick him as a winner. So you're just gonna have to see who becomes my new pick. So yeah, let's get going. As expected, I am not an amazing person when it comes to memory. So I've got basically the brackets here. So I'm gonna look at the left side first. I'm gonna read out all the participants, quickly go through them. Do the same with the right side, look at the first matches that I'm looking forward to the most, and then we'll go predictions. Because, you know what, I don't want this video to go on for like an hour. So we have Sanada, Taichi and Kenta, Tetsuya Naito, El Phantasmo, Chase Owens, Ren Narita, Evil, Jeff Cobb, Toru Yano, Mark Davis, and Will Ospreay. Now, let's go about this in groups of three on how it's working. So the first three we've got are Sanada, Taichi, and Kenta. Three guys who I think they're in a similar boat. Although Kenta has just won the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, he's still sort of mid-card level. Sanada, we've been seeing a lot of losses coming out of him, especially going forward. I mean, he even got pinned in a match where there was like a junior in it. That's weird. Taichi, similarly, after his loss to Will Ospreay, needs something to rejuvenate his career. He is the leader of Just Four Guys. So this is his first chance really to put on a show as the leader of his own faction. Or we assume he's the leader of the faction. Kenta has a bye in this, so it's going to be Sanada versus Taichi. Three guys who've got a phenomenal style. They are basically epitomizing New Japan, but they all started with their different routes. Yeah, I think Taichi is going to win this. You'll see why later, but we'll get to that. We then have another three. So Tetsuya Naito, El Phantasmo, and Chase Owens with a bye. Now, Chase Owens, it'll be good to have him back because it's been a long time since he's been in New Japan. The matchup of Naito and El Phantasmo is a very odd one because Naito obviously just had a massive match against Keiji Muto and won. Make sure you go and watch that. I was pay-per-view, but I feel like it'll be on Wrestle Universe and New Japan World soon. A phenomenal wrestler, beat Shota Umino, seemingly is on a much better path going into the New Japan Cup than he has been in a long time. El Phantasmo, on the other hand, one, I guess this is like cementing that he's a heavyweight now, but two, he obviously lost his match to Tama Tonga for the Never title. So what is his sort of attitude going forward? It's going to be a real contrast of styles because even though Phantasmo and Naito are very unpredictable wrestlers and very charismatic in their own way, I don't think you could get two guys who could be any more different. So yeah, we then have the good and the bad coming up. We have Ren Narita, yes. Evil, no. And then Jeff Cobb has a bye. So obviously Ren Narita, now he has a new faction. So it's him, Suzuki, and El Desperado in strong style. And he is phenomenal. Since he has come back from excursion, I've seen him slowly get stronger and more confident. Again, it must be, to my sadness, he must be a heavyweight, which is a bit upsetting. But he has a very nice technical style, a very strong base. And he has just been growing on what he was taught as a young lion. But he's facing Evil. And when you face Evil, it means you face Dick Togo as well. So I'd like to think that Ren Narita is going to win this. Because I think that for his first New Japan Cup, he needs a strong start. However, I sadly think we'll probably get Evil winning with some help from Dick Togo. But hopefully that's just so like he can get the shit beaten out of him by Jeff Cobb in the next match. And then the final three for this side of the tournament. So really strong first matches to start with. We have obviously one of my favourites, Toru Yano, versus another one of my favourites, and he's up there on the wall. Dunkzilla Mark Davis is making his debut in the New Japan Cup. Now, this is his first major tournament in New Japan as a singles wrestler. Obviously, he did World Tag League with Carl Fletcher, who we'll speak about later. And you know what? Mark Davis is a big boy. He is strong, he is charismatic, he is very athletic for someone of his size. However, we know what Toru Yano's like. He'll either lose this very quickly or he'll win it very quickly. He'll play some shenanigans, which will, as nice and a great guy as Mark Davis is, I can imagine him getting easily wound up by Toru Yano's antics, because it happens to the best of us. However, I think Mark Davis is going to win, because if you look at the other person in their set of three who has a pass for the next round, it is none other than fellow The Empire member, Will Ospreay. Now, Will Ospreay, I would love to see him in more matches, but I guess it makes sense. He is one of the top stars in New Japan, and I guess now that Jay White's not in New Japan anymore, the top guy is in. He is phenomenally fast, extremely strong now that he's added on weight for the heavyweight division, and to see him face Dungzilla will be amazing, because they have a mutual respect for each other, and we've not really seen many interfaction matches with the Empire yet, aside from World Tag League. So we'll see how they go. Do they go down the Bullet Club route of like cheating and things like that? Probably not. I personally think they'll go down the route of maybe Suzuki-gun in the past, or Chaos, where it just makes their rivalry in the match even more intense. So yeah, like I said, an extremely strong start to the block, and like this side is full of some of the best wrestlers. And let me just see, in terms of champions, we have Kenta obviously holding the open weight title. Ren Narita has got the 6-man title, so Evil might want another shot at that. And I think that's it. So yeah, a really strong left side, and one to watch out for. Normally there's one side that stands out more than the other, but I can't say that about this year. And as I go through the right side of the bracket, you'll probably understand why. So the first three we've got, oh wow, I've just had a look at this. Okay, so we have IWGP Heavyweight Tag Champion Yoshihashi facing the other man on that poster, Aussie Open's Kyle Fletcher. So the two are extremely different, and their careers have been different, their styles are different. Again, I'm surprised. I thought Kyle would be more the junior heavyweight style of wrestler, but he's extremely fast, extremely dynamic, whereas Yoshihashi is quite a much more traditional Japanese wrestler. Obviously grew up and went into the dojo, paid his dues, and has just sort of, I guess, had his turning point in the career. But I think it's going to be a really nice match, because I think the last time we saw these two was in World Tag League, the final, when they wrestled for the chance to have a shot at Wrestle Kingdom, and it was a great match. They are two extremely strong wrestlers. While I have a bias towards Kyle Fletcher, and I always will, the reason I have Yoshihashi winning this is because the person with a bye on this is none other than his tag partner Hiroki Goto. So not only so a win by Kyle would mean that they get a shot at the tag titles, which makes sense and I guess would work, so we'll take that. But my heart wants to see a Bishamon versus Bishamon match, because Goto and Yoshihashi have been together for years for Chaos. They are now together as Bishamon. Seeing them wrestle each other while they're both, I guess, at the peak of their careers would be something phenomenal. And there's a lot of Chaos fans who would love to see it. The next three are, wow, they are an athletic trio that we're going to see. So we have Shingo Takagi, who's the current King of Pro Wrestling champion, versus Aaron Henare. Now, if any of you have watched New Japan for a while, you'll know that Henare has always had this infatuation, I guess, this rivalry with Shingo Takagi. They are both extremely big, but unnaturally fast, agile, athletic. And I don't know why, but I feel like Henare has always just had sort of like Shingo's had a target on his back for Henare. He is fighting spirit. He is everything, I guess, that Henare embodied, especially before he joined the Empire. And in particular, although the King of Pro Wrestling title maybe isn't one of the top championships, I feel like it's something that would really benefit Henare. This is going to be a normal match, but it would be great to see Henare win his first title, even if it is just the King of Pro Wrestling. However, the reason I have Shingo Takagi winning this is because the man with a bye on this is none other than never openweight champion Tama Tonga. Again, another extremely athletic and fast man. While Tama has no real interest probably in the King of Pro Wrestling title, we know Shingo's past with the Never title. He's one of the guys that basically raised its prestige during a time when, you know what, it was pretty dark in New Japan. And I would personally love to see Tama Tonga versus Shingo. Tama is one of the most athletic people in the company, I think, alongside Sanada. And this match would be beautiful. Like, especially considering now Tama Tonga is a full rootin' tootin' babyface. We're going to get a solid match. So as much as I love Hanare, and I would love to think that with the Empire on his side now and more confidence that he might get the win, I think it makes more sense for Shingo, because I can't imagine Shingo being out in the first round. We then have another 3 men. So here we have, wow, it's another, like I said, I keep looking at these and go, wow, wow. So we have my newest enemy. If you watched my last video about, you know, where Jay left New Japan, you'll know that Finlay decided, David Finlay that is, decided to ruin Jay's moment by attacking him and basically making a massive statement in a really good promo, by the way, you should watch it. So he is now a heel, and he will be facing the antithesis of a heel in New Japan, Tomohiro Ishii, the world's most loved wrestler, always a bridesmaid, never a bride, the big, soft stone pitbull. I know, that was like a flip of the coin there. I don't know if Ishii would be like to be called that, but he is. He's a big softie. In terms of their past, there's not really one. Finlay was always Hontai, Ishii's been Chaos. They might have teamed together a few times, but they've never had a real rivalry. However, I'm very excited to see what happens with this, because I'm hoping that the happenings at the Battle in the Valley means that we are going to see a push for Finlay. He's going to bring out this aggression that we have seen, but never seems to equate to results. And also, if anyone can bring the best out of someone, it is Tomohiro Ishii. So I think Finlay's going to win. Again, you'll see why later. And then he will be facing the Great Okan. Again, another amazing match. They sort of have a history in the sense that, like, there was almost an overlapping of their Young Lion days. So Okan was in the class straight after Finlay. So there would have been something happening there. I'm not going to go into too much of like what I think of the other brackets and who's going to win there. But Finlay is one to watch out for, and I'll tell you my predictions. The final three is an interesting set. So we have Shota Umino facing Yujiro Takahashi. Again, I'm going to assume it's a simple win for Shota. Although I don't think Shota's ready to win the New Japan Cup, it's Yujiro Takahashi, so I don't see much. However, the third man in this is Zack Sabre Jr., who has a bye, and remember, he is the New Japan World Television Champion. Now, again, it's not under the New Japan World Television rules, so it's not a 15-minute time limit. However, I really think that Shota getting the win, we're going to put a banger of a match on against Zack. I don't think he's going to win, but we know that Zack has really been pushing for new talent to challenge for his New Japan World Television Championship. So I think that this might be a chance for Shota to really blossom. And also, I want him to find an identity. I don't want him to be Mini Tanahashi, the guy who loves Naito. I want him to be Shota. And who knows, maybe Shota has a place on the Mighty Don't Kneel. That's a thought for you. I kind of messed up with what I was going to say. I was going to go through the participants and look at the matches I was looking forward to and then do my predictions. However, I basically talked about the matches anyway. So let's quickly go. On the left side, we'll just pick one from each side that I'm most looking forward to. So I'm most looking forward to Sanada versus Taichi in the first round. They have a really good history. They bring out the best and worst in each other. And I think whatever happens in this match is really going to determine the next few months for them in terms of success-wise, storyline-wise, and which one of them might be up for a New Japan heavyweight title contention shot. On the left side, I am really looking forward to Yoshihashi versus Kyle Fletcher. We've seen them wrestle in tag matches. They are two phenomenal tag wrestlers. But I want to see them shine as singles. I've seen Kyle do it, and I've seen Yoshihashi do it. In fact, the first time I ever saw Kyle Fletcher was in Altrincham in 2018, and he was actually facing Jay White, so that was quite funny. But I feel like they are two of the best tag teams. They are two amazing wrestlers, and they're going to put on an amazingly strong match. And I guess I'm going to put here what I think, this is my bracket, what I think is going to happen, so I'm going to put that there. You can keep a track of it and see how wrong I am. But in terms of predictions wise, I have Taichi winning the left side and David Finlay winning the right side. I know random, the Finlay one I think will probably be make more sense to fans of New Japan who have been watching, because you can't have Finlay ruin a huge moment for Jay and not have him pushed in some way. Taichi is a bit more of a personal pick. Normally I pick Jay White to win because I go with my heart and he's always there. But with him not there, we're going to have to transfer that love to the Holy Emperor. And I see David Finlay winning, I think. I feel like it's just his time now. And after everything going on and this new mean streak to him, which hopefully doesn't lead him to Bullet Club, it will be interesting to see how it goes and what happens. If not, because I don't see Taichi winning the entire thing, maybe Will Ospreay. So there we go. I've got 2 picks, either Will Ospreay or David Finlay. I think we're going to have a Gaijin win this year. But yeah, it's such a strong lineup. There are so many amazing matches we can have, so many amazing participants. And now you need to speak to me about your own thoughts now you've listened to me. Let me know in the comments, on social media, who have you got to win? Is there anyone or any matches that you're looking forward to the most? And I guess, is there anyone that you're upset isn't on the card? Let me know in the comments, on social media at wrestling_chat. And while you're there, hit like, share it with your friends, and make sure you hit subscribe, because I will be back with a lot more content and I will be with you throughout this New Japan Cup with updates and all sorts. So yeah, make sure to hit subscribe and I will see you guys soon. Bye!